Greetings. Let's do this. Let's make our email campaign so much easier. What if I could just sit down and pound out 10 days or even more worth of emails in just a short period of time? Wouldn't that make my life a lot easier, more effortless? Staying with the theme of being effortless. I love this book. And how do I do that? What can I do to accelerate that and make that whole process easier for me? Well, if I look at let me share my screen. If I look at my email campaign right now, here's what I have. I've got out scheduled out through 9/4 this Monday, Labor Day. That's where my schedule stops. And then I've got some of these are just ones that are coming out this week or whatever. Well, let's see. No, I've only have tomorrow and Monday left to go out. And so that's it. So I want to cover like another 10 days, let's say, in emails. Actually, I might even go further than that. What if I could do 20 days? For me, that would be 4 weeks. That would be Monday through Friday. I do 5 days a week in my email campaign. What if I could cover an entire month of emails in a short period of time? Well, I'm going to attempt to do that. I'm going to learn this on the fly with you guys, but I use ChatGPT quite a bit, and I'm going to utilize that. But you say, well, I don't want to just automate emails. I want it to be connected with my own content. I want it to be more unique to me. We're going to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do that uh, right now. So what you need to do this is you need some sort of, you got to have your email campaign set up. At least one subscriber. That's what you need. All right. And you see, I've got a small list here. I've only got 40 something. itpath.net is a real business. It is a real site. And I am operating that site. I'm bringing tips to you on this channel right here as I do these things. But what I need is ChatGPT. This could be the free version. All right. So I have the free version. I've got 3.5 here. And let's see what else we got here. I also have some content from various sources. So now you might just say, oh, I can just go into ChatGPT and say, draft me 20 emails about XYZ. And then all of a sudden you've got 20 emails. That's not actually a very good approach. Let's actually draft the prompt. This is called prompt engineering, by the way. So ChatGPT prompt engineering. We're going to engineer the prompt before we even get started. That way our output is going to be much better from the beginning. Then if we need to modify it, tweak it a little bit, whatever, we can do that. But if you don't have your OpenAI, chat.openai.com account already, you need to go set that up before you get started. So let's think about content. So what do I have for content that I can reference? And it's not going to go out and pull this stuff in live. I'm just going to give it some links. But here's what I do have. I've got a few blog entries. So I've got these blog entries. And let's see what else we have. We have, let's get rid of that. Let's go over here and let's find out. We've got a bunch of videos. We also have, if I go to itpath.net/media, we also have these podcast links for Spotify and Apple. And let's see, what else do we have? What else can we utilize? Well, let's just start there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up I'm just using a Libre writer, but Microsoft Word, whatever, text editor, something. And let's do this. Let's say YouTube videos. And down here, let's say blog entries. And what else did I say? Blog entries, YouTube video. Oh, yeah, podcast episodes. All right. So now I'm going to start populating some data. So to do that, I'm just going to bring these things up side by side to make my life a little bit easier. And I'm going to start just going through, and I'm going to get some links, and I'm going to put the title and the link over here under YouTube videos. So for example, let's see, let's go find some tips, because in the past I had a bunch of videos that had to do with tips. So let's find some of that stuff. There we go. Here's some pro tips. All right. So I'm going to do this over here. I'm going to put that over here, and I'm going to put this over here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just copying some stuff. So I'm going to say, who is pouring into you? All right. Let's do get shareable link. I'm going to go over here. Tip. Oh, let's just do this. And I want to actually get the title and descriptions. Can I do that easily? I don't want to go into edit. Let's just, I'm going to type some of these things out as I go. And that's okay. All right. So let me populate some stuff on here for content that I have. All right. Let's even call this content that I currently have. We're drafting the prompt on this Word document. That's what I'm doing here. But let me accelerate this a little bit and put some stuff on here, and then we'll come back and we'll finish up the prompt. Okay, I'm back. This took a little bit of time to create this list, but here's what I have. I've got my YouTube videos here that I just picked a few that I thought would, maybe help resonate with people. And I put a little bit of title here, a little bit of a title, and kind of a little description of, well, in some cases, I put a little description. Some places just took a title. Hopefully it's enough I'm sure it's enough for ChatGPT to figure out kind of what the content's about. Blog entries. So I've got 1, 2, 3 of those. And podcast episodes. All right, got those. Actually, the podcast episodes are down here. What I did here was I said podcast. Spotify, Apple, Libsyn. I put my links in here to where they are, because I'm gonna formulate the request now, and I want my formulation of my request is going to be up top of this, but here's going to be the content. So I'm saying content I currently have is this, and then these episodes down here are just all the individual episodes as they are on YouTube. So I've got them on YouTube, and I also have them in Spotify and Apple and all of that. So you've got to have something to start with as you do this. All right, now let's formulate the request. This is the trickiest part of this entire, the getting the content is actually not that hard, but I'm going to save this content for building campaigns. Now, if I keep this updated all the time, I can easily build more campaigns in the future. I can easily draft emails based around certain content. I can say, draft me an email and use links that I have available for making work easier. And it could scan these headings and find, 1 or 2 links that have to do with that topic. All right, now let's actually make the request. I'm going to say, I'm going to try 20. I'm going to try for 20. Let's go for 20 emails. Draft 20 emails. Draft 20 emails. Emails with short stories. 2 to 3 paragraphs. Draft 20 emails for an IT business that helps get started with their technology careers. I did that to give it some context. All right. Draft 20 emails for an IT business that helps people get started with their technology careers. Each email may or may not include a short story, may or may not include a short story. Each email, let's do this, must address a challenge that people have when getting started on their IT careers. 2 to 3 short paragraphs should give context for the link being provided. Two resources provided below. Two resources should be used in each email. Now, this is something that I've heard. You want to at least have two connection points. Give people two opportunities to take action. Two resources, the links provided should be used in each email. Also, let's do this. Also, at the bottom of each email should be a link to, let's go back to IT Path for a second. And let's get this get started now link. Copy link. Where am I? All right, here we are. At the bottom of each email should be a link to this for those that want to get started to get started now. Those who want to get started now. All right. Draft 20 emails for an IT business that helps people get started with their technology careers. Each email must address a challenge that people have when getting their getting started on their IT career. 2 to 3 short paragraphs should give context for the links being provided. 2 resources, the links provided below, should be used in each email. Also, at the bottom of each email should be a link to the checkout offer for those who want to get started now. And I'm actually going to take out this because I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to use a template, and I'm going to have that already in the template that I'm using, a button to get started now. So actually, I'm going to remove that. I don't need that. Okay. What am I missing here? Well, one thing that always concerns me is how does it format the link? So I like it when we use this kind of format. So let's say the format for links should be link here. Title of the resource. There we go. All right. Good old Chat GPT. Let's see what you come up with on this. So let's pull up now my Chat GPT. Let's feed it this input. And boom. Let's see how it handles this. It's not putting the links in. Oh, it actually is putting the link in. Oh, very cool. It did not follow my formatting recommendation, though. That's interesting. All right. I'm not, this is email. It gave me 5. It did not like to give me 20. How do we can down here, we can probably say keep going. Actually, let's do this. Let's reformulate the request. Sometimes when I reformulate the request, I like to do it as a new chat. So let's do a new chat. Let's come back here to my request and let's think about something here. Draft 20 emails for an IT business that helps people get it started with their IT careers. Each email must address a challenge that people have when getting their IT career started. Similar resources. Let's see, 2 to 3. Short paragraphs should give context to email being provided. Similar resources should be grouped together on the same emails. On the same email. On the same email. 2 resources linked prior. Well, let's also say this. Use up to 2 to 3 paragraph stories, short paragraph stories, to emphasize the resource and emphasize the resources. And let's just try this again, see what it comes up with. This is looking better to me now. Okay, I actually like this a little bit better. I know the 1-2 probably makes a lot of sense to people, but I kind of like the way that this looks. So we got 4. Is it just going to give me 5 again? Before we keep going, we actually want to look at some of this content and see how it looks. All right, it did stop. Now let's come up here and let's take a look at some of these. We understand that embarking on an IT career can be daunting, especially if you're concerned about age. Our blog entry, am I too old to get? This is a problem. Our blog entry, I don't want to be the hero in this. I want the recipient to be the hero. So let's do a new one, and let's come back to this. In my emails, I am always trying to make the people I serve to be the hero, and I am only the guide. Let's try that. I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth on that one too. Let's take this thing out of here, because I do like the idea of that link being provided inside. Well, let's try this. All right. Starting a new career can seem daunting, especially if you're concerned about age and it sounds remarkably similar to the last one. But remember, your journey is unique and your age is just a number. That's kind of a cool way to think about it. Our blog post, Am I Too Old to Get into IT? Read it here, addresses the comment. Oh, yeah, that's cool. It features inspiring stories of individuals. This is not true. It does not, and I don't necessarily have stories in here. Am I too old? Well, actually, do I? Oh, this is cool. It said listen on Spotify. That is a problem. Gosh. Prompt engineering. You've got to get it. You've got it right. You got to get it right. You got to get it right. So here, this one says listen on Apple. All right. Okay. So let's go back to the prompt. Let's tweak it some more. This is still not exactly what I'm looking for. So let's do this. So what are the issues that we saw in these prompts? Well, it's trying to come up with context for what I mentioned in this article, but it doesn't know context. So unless I have a description and all of that in there, it's not going to get that right. So let's say in our prompt. Let's come back in. This is where you get to a point where you can have a breakthrough, you can get frustrated and ditch, right? So let's have a breakthrough. I'm a little frustrated at the results. In my emails, I'm trying to okay, so let's do this. Anytime a podcast is referenced, the Apple, the general Apple podcast link and the general Spotify podcast link should be provided along with the YouTube link. And I'm going to delete this Libsyn one here. Just so if some people might not even know what Libsyn is, so that's fine. All right, so that takes care of that. Now, the one of the problems I have now is this. It's trying to develop context, so it doesn't know. It's thinking, "Oh, I might go write this article." I don't know what it's thinking, but that's not right. So let's clean that up a little bit more. Draft. Let's think about the context of everything here. Draft 20 emails for an IT business that helps people get started with their technology careers. Each email must address a challenge that people have when getting started on their IT careers. 2 to 3 short paragraphs should give context for the links being provided. And I'm going to put in parentheses here. Do not 2 to 3 short paragraphs should give context for the links being provided, but do not draw conclusions as to exactly what the resource contains for information. Similar topics, I'm going to say, should be grouped together on the same email. 2 resources should be used on each email, up to 2 to 3 short paragraphs to emphasize the resources. In my emails, I'm always trying to make people guide, help my readers think of themselves as heroes. Anytime a podcast version. Okay. Let's try this one and see what we get. And I'm going to open up a new one. Even though I liked how it formatted some of that, let's just see what it comes up with now. All right, dear subscriber, embarking on a new career can be exciting and intimidating. We understand that. So we curated some resources help you overcome this, or overcoming fear of getting IT. Okay. Additionally, our podcast episode. All right. So email 2. Okay. So my link is not here. I'm just gonna do this one here. Please include the link with the title of the resource. Let's see what it comes up with now. It's still not getting it right. I can do stop generating and do this. Embed the link with the title of the resource. Oh, there we go. That is what I'm looking for. Cool. All right. All right. This is looking much better. So let's draft a little bit here and then we can ask it to pound us out a bunch of emails. Embarking on a new career is intimidating. We understand that the fear of the unknown can hold you back from taking first step. That's why we've curated resources to help you overcome this fear and build the confidence needed to kickstart your IT journey. In our blog post, Overcoming the Fear of Getting into IT, again, it drew context out of that. You are drawing context that might not be accurate with statements like all right, let's see what it comes up with now. You'll find valuable insights and strategies. There we go. That's better. You'll hear firsthand experience of again. It's drawing context. Do not draw any conclusions based on the titles. Again, you have oh, now I'm getting frustrated. And this happens. This happens. It's okay. Features firsthand accounts. How do you know there are first hand accounts? Generalize the content. Just generalize, and don't get specific about content provided. All right. This is better. You'll get valuable insights and strategies, features personal. It still says stories. These are going to have to be edited. I can't use this like it is. So let's just say here, group together like resources. Actually, let's do this. Let's do it in a new chat. Links should be embedded with the titles, stories, simply make a sentence. Let's just drop this. Use 2 to 3 short paragraphs to emphasize. I bet that is a mistake. I think that is probably the problem I was having. Use up to 2 to 3 short paragraph stories to emphasize resources. I think it was drawing conclusions based off of that statement. So let's drop that statement. My emails always use links should be embedded with the titles of the resource. Keep the content short and sweet. Come on, baby. Bingo. All right, here we go. Oh, shoot. I didn't tell it. Here. Where Where is it? I'm looking for what I say about podcast links. Is it in my original prompt? Yeah, I did say that. Let's copy that and just put that back into the prompt. Oh, listen to podcasts on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Did they do? Oh, they did do that. Oh, no, never mind. They do have it. Oh, that's on this one. I'm on the wrong one. That's another confusing thing when you're doing this. Yeah, they don't have that. Cool. This is better. All right. Embarking on a new, so same kind of text. Here's the blog. This blog post delves into common fears. Yes, that is true. All right. My two goal explore this blog addresses age-related doubts. Okay. Your hero's journey is timeless. All right. All right, cool. Let's do now complete all 20. And now, as I paste these in, I am going to proof them. It's all about the prompt. It's all about getting the prompt right. I don't like this title, Navigating Imposter Syndrome, because it's actually not about imposter syndrome. Although, actually, I don't know. Anyway, email 8. Continue generating. You're going to see this every once in a while. Continue generating. Nine. So I'm not 100% done. I'm not 100% done. I am, I would say it's gotten me 90% there. So in what took about, let's see, I started this video sometime around 7:30. It's almost 8:30 now. So I'm about an hour. I'm about an hour in, and I'm saying 90% there with content. Continue generating. I'm on 13. Come on, baby. Navigating cybersecurity challenges. That was kind of cool. That's a podcast. 3-part series. Oh, yeah. Is that part 1? I'm wondering if that's part 1. It is. It's part 1. So it automatically chose the link to the first part of a 3-part series. 16, 17. So if my prompt had been better at the beginning, then my outputs I probably would have had all of this much, much faster. 18. 2 left. 19. 20. Woo! All right. That's a win. This is a win. I've just got 20 emails. This takes care of a month of Monday through Fridays. This is fantastic. This is fantastics. Fantastic. All right. So let's go to email 1 and let me just show you real quick. Now I'm going to do this in Kajabi, but let's just go back to the first email and let's just do one of these so that you know exactly what I'm going to do from here. So now I'm going to come in here and let's grab this, let's grab Monday's email. And I'm going to say, and I always do this. I always follow a pattern, the date that I'm sending it so that it's easy for me to find. But I'm going to say duplicate. And let's edit this email. And I'm going to call it Tuesday, the 5th. And I'm going to come down to the bottom here. Oh, I've already got this. I'm ready to get moving. All right. So let's just edit this content and take out the picture. Let's delete that. I'm going to start using this one as my template, basically. That's what I'm saying. I'm ready to get moving. And that should be my checkout link. It already is. All right, perfect. So this is just a call to action down here. So I created a call to action button, and that's going to be in every one of the emails that I send. Now, so that's the hard work is done. So let's go to the actual email itself now. I'm going to go back. And we're going to grab email 1. I'm just going to copy the title. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to come down here to edit content. And I'm going to just take this section, copy. Let's do paste, and let's get rid of this want more at the bottom. Boom, look at that. It pulled them up just perfect in here. Save. This is now I've gotten over the hump and I've made my life a lot easier. I truly hope this has helped you with just the idea, the daunting thought of drafting just those daily emails to your people. I've made my life a lot easier. I'm using resources that are already out there. I'm still linking to my content. It's not completely automated because they have links that take them to stuff that I've already done. And that will hopefully keep the connection going with them. You do have to proof these. You still have to take some time, proof each of the emails as you paste them in there, tweak the verbiage a little bit. But I'm at a point right now where I can knock those out in well under an hour. So it probably 2 hours tops. 2 hours tops. I've got 20 emails done. I've got a month worth of emails in the pipe ready to go out. And then if I needed to tweak them, like let's say I wanted to change the messaging a little bit, or I had an offer, I could just go into particular emails in the future and I could tweak, maybe change the button link, maybe, do something. So it frees up my bandwidth now to think about my business and my ongoing communications and how can I improve it over time with my people. I hope this has been a tremendous help for you all. Please leave comments. I'll be more than happy to try and answer your questions. We do want to do another video on Chat GPT, on OpenAI, all of that to kind of help you understand how to best engineer your prompts. I hope that whole engineering of the prompt is helpful to you. I know it took a long time to get through that, but that tells you kind of like how do you start piecing this together piece by piece. If you already have content, start a library of that content, start a document, something that's got all your links in it, because then you can take portions of that, you can paste it into Chat GPT. It's going to speed up your output. Remember your prompts, copy them. You're gonna see them in your Chat GPT, so you can go back and you can look and say, okay, what gave me that prompt? That was so much better, and find those little things that you said in the GPT chat and copy those things. Make sure you got your complete prompt so that you can replicate the same success over and over. This is Dana from Zero to Income. I hope this video helps you get unlocked and keeps you moving as you transition from being frustrated to freedom, as you transition from dreaming to achieving. Have a great day.